Hey guys, so I am in beautiful Turks and Caicos, and I'm here with Chart, and I've just been having like just so many thoughts. Well, first thing first, I hit 1 million subscribers, which that in itself is like the craziest thing ever, because when I started YouTube back in, I don't even know, 2009 maybe. When I started YouTube back then, I never thought that, I just never thought anybody would watch the videos. Like, I never thought anybody would care. I never thought, like, I just really wanted to do it and I wanted to share it with my friends, and it was just a thing for us, you know? And now it's turned into this thing, and I'm on an island somewhere. And so, I mean, times like this really make me like, it just really makes me think. I get very retrospective. I start thinking about the reasons like why I'm here or what I'm doing, and it's just such a surreal thing sometimes, because I don't ever feel like it's me that's living in that moment. I always feel like it's someone else. Like it's in like an out-of-body experience. Like I'm here for the ride, but it's like it's not me who's driving, if that makes sense. And so I don't know, I just wanted to kind of chat because I love chatting with you guys, and I feel like it always just kind of gives me a release to chat with you and say all the things that, you know, like that I'm really feeling. And so yeah, it's just kind of it's kind of surreal, and I just want to thank all of you for your support, because even through the beginning, I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes, and you guys have stuck through it for so much of it. You guys have seen me change and switch, and you know, when I moved to LA, it was just, things changed dramatically for me. I was in a different setting. I was around different people. I just felt like I felt the need to kind of fit in, or to just be accepted in that way. I don't know, I just felt like when I moved to LA, I wanted to kind of fit in and feel accepted. And so I think part of it was me changing to kind of fit to the culture, and part of it was me having to change. Like, I was constantly being, how do I say this in the most diplomatic way? I was constantly just being advised. There were suggestions just to, and it made me not feel like myself, and I ended up not being myself. And a lot of you made those comments on my videos, like, I don't know who you are anymore, you've changed, you're not the same person. And you're right, I did change. And for some, for better and also for worse. I changed because I lost my message. I lost who I was. I lost everything that I believed in before I moved. I lost my natural beauty message. I lost believing in yourself and being yourself. I lost all of that because I wasn't believing in myself at all. I wasn't being myself at all. And I felt like I needed to change, and in a way I did have to change. I was, you know, I just had to change. And then I got to a point where I was just like, I hate who I am becoming, and I just can't keep doing this anymore, because it's not who I am as a person. Like, this is not who I am. And when I mean change, I just mean as in not being funny and not being out there and not being like saying all the things that I would say. I would edit myself because I don't want to seem, not that I don't want to seem too controversial, because I mean, in a way that like I will always kind of say the truth, and sometimes the truth is controversial. So it's like, I'm not trying to not be controversial, but I'm also trying to be, you know, diplomatic in the sense that, you know, I want to relate to everyone. But the thing is that if I stay true to who I am, I just can't relate to everyone. Everyone can't relate to me, and that's just the way the world is. And so I wanted to be polite, and I wanted to have everyone accept me and like me, and that's just not how it works, because then at the end of the day, you're gonna feel so fucking empty, because, you know, you're putting so much energy into editing yourself out and editing who you are as a person, and being less vocal about certain things, or you know, and I think a lot of what makes me is that I am so, you know, out there and funny, and well, I don't want to call myself funny, but I'm just, you know, I have a sense of humor, and I love humor, and I love comedy, and I love jokes, and I love, you know, I just like to make fun and poke fun and do that sort of thing, but I felt like I just couldn't do that. I just felt like I wasn't allowed to. I felt like it wasn't all right to do it, and so I became this like really, hello guys, how are you? Today we're doing this makeup tutorial, and I have a brush. I'm going to use this brush with this powder. Like, I became this thing, and it's just like, oh, just kill that at least. That's just like, so anyway, I decided a long time ago, I decided when I made that video, when I told you my story, that I wasn't gonna be that anymore. I decided that I was gonna be more myself. I was gonna be more personable. I was gonna go back to what I was even fucking doing this for in the first place, and that was to encourage women to be themselves, encourage women to love who they are, encourage women to be successful and to be strong, and to understand that, you know, you can change the world. And so I don't want to get emotional, because I always do, and but I had to get back to that, and I had to get back to who I am, and I have to get back to talking to you guys about important issues that I feel like, you know, I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot that I see these days on the internet and social media and YouTube and all of that, and it makes me sad, because I see so many, I see that so many people, they just appear to be so lost, because there's an idea of what beauty is, and there's an idea of what's cool or trendy, and sometimes, you know, we feel the need to be that way, or to fit in, or for views or likes or whatever it is that people, you know, people do things for. And I just feel like if everyone was just more of themselves, and everyone was more original, like, can you imagine what the internet would look like if everyone was just if everyone came with their own ideas and decided that, you know what, this is what I like, not because such and such likes that thing, or because I was told to like this, or because I was told that this is the trend, you know? If everyone did that, oh man, it would just be such a beautiful thing. I mean, I feel like that's just how art is created. It's by being who you are, and it's by having your own passion and putting yourself into your work, your own self, you know, deep inside there's a spirit waiting to come out, you know. And I think I also got caught up in that, and I got caught up in just, like I said, feeling the need to kind of fit in, or to be trendy, or to be a certain thing. And then I realized, and I took a step back, and I was like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I didn't care when I lived in New Jersey. I didn't care when I lived in Delaware. I didn't care when I lived in New York. I don't care. I never cared about that sort of thing. I always just wanted to feel like comfortable like me, and I wore my little peace sign earrings, and, you know, and I feel like not slowly, you know, I feel like I am getting back to who I am. Because it's the only way, like, I'm gonna feel better or happy, and I also feel like I can't inspire other people if I'm not being myself. So what am I inspiring you to be if I'm not even being myself, you know? And so, I mean, this year already, like, I've just decided that I just want to show you guys more of myself, because I spent a lot of time when I first started YouTube, like, not even sharing myself. I was just terrified. I didn't want you guys to know, you know, my story. I didn't want you guys to know my childhood. I didn't want you guys to know how hard I struggled. Like, I didn't want you guys to know any of that. And I think that's part of the reason sometimes why I do feel so down, because I don't connect. It's very hard to relate to someone that you don't know. And I purposely chose not to tell any of you anything about myself, out of fear that you wouldn't love me, out of fear that you guys would be like, oh, don't like this girl, you know? And I just need to, like, I decided to kind of let go of that fear, because if all I have are a bunch of people who like me for the other version of me, you know, that's not satisfying. I would rather you hate me for for being who I really am. Like, that makes me feel better, because then at least I know, like, alright, she didn't like me because, like, whatever, I'm me, you know? And so, why do I always cry? But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that I just want to be more personal with you this year, and I'll probably vlog more. And if I do vlog, it'll be a lonely girl vlog, because like I said, I moved to LA and I don't really have many friends there. And so I feel like even that, like, I don't like to vlog because I feel embarrassed about that I don't have friends in LA, and that, you know, yeah, it's one of those things, because then I feel like you'll look at me and say, oh, whoa, she doesn't have friends, and like, what is this vlog about? But you know what? There are a lot of girls that are just like me, who don't have friends where they live, and who don't feel like they're accepted, and who feel like, you know, that they're always alone. And I think that's all right. I feel like it's okay to be alone. I think it's okay to be by yourself and to kind of discover who you are. And only then, you know, only then when you spend time and self-reflect, do you really know what you actually like, not what someone is, you know, kind of inspired you to like, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I might do some more vlogging, and it'll just be like lonely girl vlogging, and you guys will get to see what I actually do during the day. And sometimes I don't do anything, and sometimes I do a lot of things. So it will vary, but I just feel like there's so many of you, you know, that watch my videos, and like I said, it always feels like an out-of-body experience. It never feels like it's me that's doing all of these things, until I meet one of you, and then you tell me your story, or you tell me about how, you know, I might have inspired you to do something, and it blows my mind, because I don't actually realize sometimes that there are real people that are watching and are affected and are feeling things by, you know, from the things that I'm saying. And I think once I started to connect the two, and I started to meet more of you guys, like, I started to realize, you know what, I really do need to talk more, and I really need to be more personal. I really need to tell you my story, and I really need to tell you guys all of these things that I feel, because not only am I sharing this with you, but you guys are sharing things with me, and it makes me feel so good. You know, it makes me feel so good to know that there are people out there that feel the same way I do. And so I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that I love you. I wouldn't be here without any of you. And it makes me really emotional, because sometimes I don't feel like, I just don't understand what I have done to deserve the life that I have. I just feel so blessed, and it's all because of you. So I don't want to cry anymore, but thank you all for everything that you've done for a million, and I love you guys to the moon and back. So next video will be a vlog. I won't be crying in that video, I promise. And I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.